the team leaders at Protege Professional Training. Before we start, let me give you a quick, overview about us. Protege is a certification institute which is providing upskilling courses to the professionals like HR generalists, HR analytics, POSH, trainer to deliver POSH trainings, corporate training, and facilitator trainer certification. We provide customized programs as well. All the programs are accredited by the topmost bodies like SHRM, HRCI, CPD, and IBEC. I'm so glad to see many participants, existing participants, team members, and aspiring students of Protege who have joined this learning session. I would love to know from which locations you all are joining and how is the energy. You can let me know in the chat box on the scale of 1 to 10. Thank you. Great, Sumit. From Hyderabad, Sheila, 10. Anamika, Pune from 10. Great, Dr. Panna. Great. Aditi, Gurgaon. Pallavi is from Noida, Greater Noida, so sorry. Shatrujit from Noida, Sector 10, Gurgaon. Great, Rahul sir. Aparna ma'am, 100% great. Amazing, Gargi 10 from Gurgaon. Sunita, Roshni, Delhi. Energy is amazing, 10 out of 10, editing amazing. Rishabh, 10 out of 10 from Gurgaon. Energy is high, 10 from Punjab, Pahul. Great. All right, so now let's begin with the learning session with Dr. Rochelle Laurie, our guest speaker for today's evening. It's my honor and as well as privilege to introduce such a qualified person. I really don't know what to focus and what to leave from his profile. Dr. Rochelle is a CEO of Asha Hospital. He comes with 27 plus years of experience into operations, administration, training, sales, marketing, and PR. He has worked in the capacity of doctorate, CEO, AVP, as well as COO. Believe me, while going through his profile, and what I have come across is that he is a lifelong learner. He is also a directorate in management, master's in hospital administration, PG in travel and tourism, BTech, and the list is on. He has done numerous certifications like Train the Trainer from Protege, soft skill training, internal auditor, and many more. I'm really looking forward, to have your insights on the role of empowerment in leadership today evening. So the floor is yours, and please put your feel free to put your questions in the chat box. I'll be taking it right at the same timing. Thank you. Over to Dr. Rochelle.
Yeah. I've been given the host rights so that I can share my screen.
Yes, you can share your screen.
So let's do that first without we wasting much time. So is that visible?
So your folder is visible, not the PowerPoint presentation.
Not yet. Okay.
Yes, now it is visible. Just put it in the slideshow mode.
It's visible now. Yeah, that I'll do. Yeah, Preeti, thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
Welcome, Dr. Rochelle.
I am putting it on presentation mode. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, it is.
Fine, wonderful. So good evening to one and all, my peers, my batchmates, my friends, and the others who have joined. Basically, what I would request each one of you is to keep your cameras on, keep yourself on mute so that the others don't get disturbed. We must respect the existence of the others also on virtual mode. And I'll be taking you through a very learning sort of a bonanza that I have knitted together, sort of a tailor-made program for you. So this I am going to target the middle-level managers, the freshers as well. So you'll know. I mean, it's not a sort of a hodgepodge, but it's there's everything. There's everything for everybody through this learning session of mine. We will be using Google to Forms also, wherein which I will be guiding you how to and what to go about it. Right. So thank you once again, and I am good to go now. So people skills. I mean, we normally name the soft skills. Dr. Parna will support me in this, whether I'm right or not. People skills for success in the real business world. Those are known as the soft skills, basically. So what I wanted to project over here is being a leader with soft skills. Now, when I mention soft leaders, it's not the leaders with the topi on, not the political leaders. I mean leaders in your respective workplaces. So leadership and empowerment is what I'll be focusing on today. All right, this is already gone through. Okay. Before we begin, I mean, I just wanted you to share, just write in your chat box, what are your aims and objectives, particularly about this topic that we are going to unfurl in front of you now. Just take a couple of minutes. We'll be out of time soon, so just take 2 minutes time and just scribble out what you think are your aims and objectives about this particular topic. Yeah. So let the chat box come ringing in. Yeah, nice. Nice. Can we have somebody else? Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah. Being people's manager to bring out the best performance. Nice. Anamika Verma. Sumit, yeah, understanding soft skills requirement of peers and reporting. Yeah. Nice, nice. Getting along with your subordinates and empowering them. Fine. Yeah, let them come in. And yeah, 2 minutes are up. Yeah. Now, these were the aims and objectives as per what you expected of the event. I'll share my aims and objectives as well. What I wanted to deduce out of this particular program. I intended to, contribute towards creation of a generation of young employees who possess the soft skills expected by the workplace, whatever industry you may be from, and to fulfill the demand of the corporate world by creating an employee or a workforce who possess the soft skills and the ability to achieve workplace targets through practical team engagements. Now, as I mentioned earlier also, we are just going into one Google Forms at the moment now. I'll be pasting this pre-test link. I named it the pre-test link. This should take you not more than 30 seconds to complete. So you just need to click on this link, and it's an MCQ sort of. Is that visible to all?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. 30 seconds time, 45 seconds time maximum. Actually, in all of my webinars and all of my training programs, I usually like to gauge what my training or what the topic actually gave to my audience. So that's the reason why I have a pre-test based on the topic itself. So if you are done, you could just give me the thumbs up so I can proceed. It should not take more than 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Preeti, are you there?
Dr. Rochelle, yes.
Yeah. I hope I got the name correct. You could just help me with the timekeeping.
Sure.
Maximum of 45 seconds, and then you can just. Fine. Can we go ahead?
Yes, please, Dr. Rochelle.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. A number of times we must have read about the hard skills and soft skills particularly. I am just giving you a brief outline as to what is hard skills for those who are not accustomed or not gone through it till now. So basically, hard skills is teachable skills. I mean, what we studied in school or college, for example, or whatever, the book material, math, science, reading, etc. These skills also include job skills like typing, welding, or whatever is skilled, is whatever hand done skills. Whereas soft skills, on the other hand, are personality driven. Skills like etiquette, for example, your mannerisms, how you go about interacting with people, how you conduct yourself, particularly in whichever industry you may be in. So, soft skills basically are personality driven. Skills like etiquette, getting along with others, listening and engaging in small talk. All right. So, hard skills and soft skills are equally important in preparing for your career. You cannot just pile up on the hard skills and leave out the soft skills. You will learn ahead as to what is the percentile basically of these two skills that will be required. So soft skills basically are the behaviors and characteristics, as we mentioned in the earlier slide, that people demonstrate either unconsciously or routinely. For success in the workplace, the contribution of soft skills, I would like to draw your attention here. The contribution of soft skills are a good 85%, and the contribution of technical skills, that is your hard skills, are 15%. Soft skills are learned through practice and experience, and the soft skills will take you higher in your profession, whereas the technical skills do provide an efficient service. Now, at Protest, Dr. Aparna probably and Mr. Rahul will take it forward in the end of the session. At Protest, probably we have got Apriti also can share her views on here. We have got all the levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you can mention over here. And we have tailor-made training programs for all levels. Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm not getting advanced. Yeah. Now, why are soft skills important in the workplace? Now let's go through that. According to, I mean, most of us probably, if not all, most of us are on LinkedIn. So according to the LinkedIn Global Talents Trend Report, 91% of talent professionals think soft skills are crucial for the future of recruiting and HR. Okay, now you will say, now I am not into recruitment at the moment. Now I'm not into HR at the moment. Now, how would this be of important to me? Definitely, today or tomorrow you would be in that role. Or today, if you are an aspirant, for example, if you are seeking a particular job, then you know that 91% of talent professionals think soft skills are crucial. So accordingly, you can brush up your soft skills. 80% say soft skills are increasingly important to their company's success. You will be surprised to know this: 92% say that soft skills matter as much or more than hard skills when hiring. Okay. 89% say that bad hires typically lack soft skills. And because of this reason, we have attrition rates, mounting attrition rates in across a cross section of industries. I am from the healthcare industry, so I have also a first-hand experience to this. Now I have just mentioned over here the soft skills training market segment. I mean, these are all the soft skill. I mean, the end user, the end users, you could say, for soft skills. So it's a huge market for we soft skills specialists. Dr. Aparna and Mr. Rawal will definitely agree with me on this point. They probably would enlighten us towards the end of my session. Now, why are soft skills important at workplace? Can you go through? Can you see this schematic representation over here? This graphical figure over here. It clearly mentions management, communication skills, customer service, leaderships. I mean, these are way ahead than the remaining soft skills. So basically, you will require soft skills in your career, whichever industry or profile you may be from, to develop as a leader. Now, leader, don't mistake leader as being something a senior person. Leadership can come in any sphere, even class 4 employee. Also, even if he has reasonable leadership skills, he can fare or she can fare well in her career. To manage and lead projects, keep an effective productive workplace, particularly if you're a top line manager or something. Drive and sustain innovation. For today's in today's world, actually, innovation, creativity, as they say. Mr. Rao is from the marketing field. He will definitely want to share some of his viewpoints on this aspect of innovation, where creativity scores over rest of the other skills. Mr. Rahul, would you like to share a couple of words on this?
Sorry, on what you want my thoughts?
On innovation, creativity and innovation. You being from the marketing field,
Yeah,
you would definitely vouch for this.
yeah. I think many a times we believe, creativity and innovation is related to only products,
Yes.
but creativity and innovation is a skill which we use on a daily basis in our life to even solve some very small and, because end of the day, innovation is meant for making our life easy. Yeah, it could be for products, it could be to solve our everyday issues or problems which we are trying to solve, eventually to make our life easy. So, end objective of any innovation, uh, both in any form, is to, how can we remove drudgery from our life and make life more celebratory.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rahul. Can we go ahead now? Yeah, so we come to the main crux of the benefit point. You remember in the beginning of the presentation, I had mentioned that this is basically importance for us. This 1 hour of sitting on together today probably would score for your lifelong. So the soft skills for success, the mantras. leadership and empowerment, strong work ethics, we'll go through it one by one, positive attitude, good communication skills, time management, acting as a team player, flexibility, adaptability, and self-confidence. Let's examine this one by one. The main topic, the heading of the topic today is brought about by one of the soft skills, leadership and empowerment. Leadership is the ability to influence others with or without authority. Now, all successful endeavors are the result of human efforts. Okay? That can be understood by all of us. Thus, the ability to influence others is a derivation of interpersonal communications, conflict management, problem solving, and decision making. Okay. Leadership is providing basically inspiration and vision, then developing and empowering others to achieve this vision. Now, with the leadership, if it is combined with empowerment, then you have a win-win situation. So leaders can empower their followers by providing role models that reflect the organization's value system, as well as transmit the organization's vision of quality. So empowering teams become particularly important for leaders as their organization grows and they begin managing other managers. So I have mentioned over here, I mean, it's food for thought. Poor leaders would demand respect, basically, whereas competent leaders will command the respect. Always remember this one aspect in your life ahead, whichever domain or whichever position you may be in. Yeah, continuing ahead, can you see this this picture on your left? I have depicted a typical boss scenario and a typical leader scenario. So this is what is the difference between boss as a manager, for example, and a leader. So leaders must empower their employees with autonomy and opportunities for self-determination by giving individuals the space to manage their responsibilities. Even if you're, as I mentioned, even if you're not a leader as of now, if you're not risen to that level, don't close your thoughts, your mind on this slide particularly, but think it from the other way. Every coin has two sides, right? So think it from the other side. I mean, if leaders must empower the employees, that means we will get empowerment, and we will get empowerment, then we have to show some of our qualities. So here's where the soft skills accrued and your hard skills, which you have gathered and which you have studied in your schooling or your college or your main super specialization. So this is all which will come. So there will be a requirement basically for your soft skills. So if you're a leader, you will command it, and if you are not a leader, then you will be expected to show that. So leaders must express confidence in their competence and performance. In their means in their employees. So leaders must encourage employees to participate in decision making. When employees have the feeling they can influence their work process, then they are empowered on the impact decision. I mean, if we are going to empower our subordinates, then we can expect the real win-win situation wherein which the desired goals or the objectives of that particular department or the particular organization are fulfilled. If your staff, for example, is or are going to be thinking at every step, if I do this, what will happen? I'll get abused, or my manager will dock my salary, for example. That sort of fear among your employees is not going to get a positive impact on whatever is the goal or objective in question. So leaders must enhance the meaningfulness of work by helping an employee understand the importance of his or her contribution to overall organizational effectiveness.
Dr.
I
Rishal.
would like to quote Sundar Pichai over here, the CEO of
Dr. Rishal.
Google. Leadership is learning to let go
Dr. Rishal.
and really empowering people at all levels of the organization. at all levels of the organization. Stress over here, please. And trusting them to doing the right thing.
Dr. Rochelle, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Dr. Rachel, Aparna,
Let's
Dr.
go
Aparna
through
wants to have.
one of this is the next soft skill that that is your mantra for success. Strong work ethics. Questions to ask yourself basically at whichever position or whichever rung you may be in. Am I motivated and dedicated to getting the job done, no matter however horrible it may seem? Why can't I, out of allegiance, instill self-motivation? You have applied for that particular position, for the particular job. You have successfully completed the interview, and now you owe certain allegiance to your organization. Okay, salary part, you're doing work and you're getting your salary. Okay, fine, that's okay. There's something. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, will I work hard and will I always be doing my best? These are the questions that you ask yourself to score in the ethics part of it. Okay, it's not just a 10 to 6 job. I have been taken as a telecaller for a particular organization. I do my 10-15 calls, 10 calls, or if I'm in the marketing, I do my 10 calls a day or 20 calls a day, and okay, that's all. Give weightage to each of your calls, give weightage to each of your ethics qualities. Yeah. Have a positive attitude. I will share a very a good perspective of attitude towards the end of my talk. Attitude is the little thing that makes a big difference. Now, who better than Winston Churchill to mention this? A personal reflection. Am I optimistic and upbeat? Ask yourself that. Do I generate good energy and community with the people around me, or am I a wet blanket, or am I a drab? Okay, take it. 10 o'clock job. Okay, punch in biometrics. Fine. Okay, take it. Complete 6 o'clock. Okay, take it out. Have good communication skills. Yes, utmost important. Good communication skills. How well one can articulate when they speak or write or communicate with others. Being a good listener. Now, if there are 5 people sitting in a room and okay, we said good communication skills is noticeable. So everybody talk together. All 5 of us talk together. No, be a good listener. If you want to, if you want to crack a good communication, be a good listener. Understand the other person, and have positive body language. Have positive body etiquettes. I mean, dress up well for your organization. Particularly, have respect to your particular chair or to your particular designation. And casuals going to particular office work for an administration work does not go well. Dress up well. Have a good positive body language. No sitting down with the hands crossed this way or the legs crossed this way in front of people. Have a good positive outlook. Time management. Time management. I think so. We are all good managers over here for being on time. Dead at the clock, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. We started with the topic. That's kudos to protest team. Questions to ask yourself: how well do I prioritize different tasks and projects at one time? Okay, being at this competitive scenario and world today, we as employers, we as HRs, managers and all that, we prefer to have multitasking. But multitasking not necessarily at the cost of blotching up XYZ works that are given to us or that we undertake. So how well do we prioritize different tasks and projects at one time to get the work done at the desired or the expected timelines? Are you wise about the way you spend your time or use your time? I mean, now it's habitual to me that I come to the morning, 10 o'clock office, punch in, okay, 11 o'clock tea time, while away some 15-20 minutes time, half an hour time, then cut short. I've got to just cut off time till 6 p.m. No. Be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to yourself so that you can command respect from yourself. Acting as a team player. Usually it's me, myself, I. I mean, what have I got to do with others? I mean, they came late. What have I got to do with others? He has not completed his work. I have done my work. No. How well do I work in groups and teams? You nowadays, I mean, teamwork is of utmost importance, particularly if you want to score over the other organization or beat the competition in the competitive world outside. Work in teams. Work in teams. How important is this to my career choice? Ask this question to yourself. How important is this to my career choice? Okay. Look at this boat rowing picture that I have put over here. See, all are working as a team. Just imagine if the front 5, 6 are rowing towards the front side, and the the latter 4, 5 people reverse themselves and row backwards. Where are we where is that particular boat, or where is that particular ship going to land? Nowhere. It will be a status quo there itself. Okay. So that's why team up and be a team player. Okay. Don't pull down the team. Don't contribute towards pulling down the team. The acronym of team relates as together everyone achieves more. Be flexible and adaptable. No, this is the 11 o'clock is my tea time, so I must take a break. Be flexible. If there is an important webinar coming up at that time, please do so. Please manage your time accordingly with time management. Be flexible. 5-10 minutes, 1 hour here and there does not make a difference. Be open. Be receptive to new ideas. Embrace change. Change is the spice of life, variety of life. Adapt to new situations. Consider alternatives. Be willing to learn new things. Grow personally and professionally. Instill self-confidence. Build up on your self-confidence. That's what I would like to guide all my peers, all the younger people just getting into their professions, and also my seniors who would be here. Build up in self-confidence. Self-confidence sometimes lack even in senior persons like me also. So believe in yourself, trust in your abilities, judgment, network, have courage to ask questions and contribute to ideas. Now let's go to some statistics. According to the LinkedIn Global Talents Trend, the top 5 most in demand soft skills that companies need but have a hard time finding. Creativity, as I mentioned earlier. Persuasion. Persuasion is one of the many crucial social skills. I mean, if I'm given an upper hand in the HR, this thing, persuasion would be my number one, because how the particular staff can persuade a doctor in my clinical field, how a medical records department person can persuade a particular doctor to write down his comments or his notes, his consultant notes in the given time frame. It's a wonderful achievement for me. So collaboration, as I mentioned, teams work best together. Adaptability. Adaptability helps employees and leaders thrive when dealing with change. In the recent past COVID times, if it was not for adaptability, the particular organization would have had failed. be it any field. Only those fields or those organizations who are adaptable, who had adaptability as one of their skills, had survived. Time management, as we have mentioned earlier also. So these are the top 5 most in-demand soft skills that I wanted to share with you. According to the LinkedIn Global Trends, these are the most in demand. I mean, those were the top 5 that I mentioned. These are also most in demand soft skills. Communications, we've discussed. Critical thinking. Critical thinking encourages curiosity. and it also strengthens your problem solving skills. Organizational skills, someone who is well organized will be more effective naturally. Active listening, this skill falls under communication, but it is so important that that's why I'm putting it down as an exceptional skill. I mean, there are a few people who are bad listeners, and that's why that reflects in their outlook in life also, as well as their output performance wise also. Now, how to spot soft skills in employees and candidates? Now, as I mentioned, this particular talk of mine is not only directed towards any one particular designation or one particular rung of employees. If you are a manager, fine, take it as a manager. If you are an employee, seek what the manager expects out of you. So according to the LinkedIn global talent trends, 57% of recruiters struggle to access soft skills accurately. This is definitely going to be vouched by Dr. Aparna as well as Mr. Rahul with their exposure in the soft skills training arena. Before you can spot soft skills, you need to establish what you're looking for. So start by creating a list of soft skills needed for a particular position. So now this is for the managers that I have mentioned now. Now, as an aspirant, what you could do is, first of all, analyze particularly what that particular organization is looking for in its future candidate. Okay, beef up on that, and then you can go ahead. So these are some of the soft skills that ProTouch will be able to discuss with and share with you later on. Now, how to evaluate a candidate's soft skills? Now, you can evaluate being your peer also. You can evaluate your peer's soft skills also, ability, what to learn from, and what you could and who you could teach what. All right. So ask behavioral questions. Here are some of the examples. If you would like to go through them, you could take screenshots of this particular thing, because this is going to be of utmost importance to you. Give an example of the time you had failed. How did you deal with failure? These are the questions that we as trainers, we can definitely ask in our training programs. These are all to evaluate the soft skills status, particularly level of that particular organization. Ask situational questions. Here are some examples that I would like to share with you. How would you organize your time to ensure you met a difficult deadline? How would you organize your time? And this is time management that we are talking about here. So just give reference to a particular incident or something in your organization, and ask the concerned person, how would you ensure that, you have done things differently, or how have you done things to of this particular difficult situation to achieve your deadline. Ask problem solving questions. Ask someone to come up with a solution to a problem using hard skills first. Then, which soft skills could be used in that particular situation? When as a leader, as an empowered employee, this is of vital importance to you. Next, add a constraint to the problem to see how well they adapt to the change. Use online tools. There are various online tools to pre-screen candidates before an interview. Okay, so now the secret is exposed for the aspirants. So now exactly you know what to expect in an interview involving the questions on soft skills. Okay, some good basic life lessons that I would request you to remember always. You are responsible for yourself. What you don't know may hurt you, that's for sure. What you don't know may hurt you or hold you back. You would see others taking the stride in front of you or leaving you where you are and moving ahead. Don't be afraid of something, learn about it. Knowledge, I tell you, knowledge is knowledge. The power of pen comes only through knowledge. Build on your strengths, target weaknesses. Develop important soft skills, as we've been talking all along. Technical competency skill is the core of your career, but with soft skills, you can sustain and grow your career. Interpersonal effectiveness. Now, interpersonal skills are the behaviors and tactics a person uses to interact with others effectively. If you do not have particularly good interpersonal skills, you may not be able to sustain in any training program, for example, or to or for example in your organization also, peer to peer, it's very difficult to sustain. Interpersonal effectiveness is the capability of an individual to influence others competently, not by order or by force. Now, leadership is a direct function of these three elements of personal effectiveness. It's awareness, ability, and commitment. Understanding yourself and others. You can understand yourself better and how to relate to others. I'll just go back one. Yeah. You know this, you could search up Google for Myers-Briggs Indicator Test. It is basically an introspective self-report questionnaire. You can note down this Myers-Briggs Indicator Test. As I mentioned, it is an introspective self-report questionnaire indicating differing psychological preferences in how people perceive the world and make decisions. What do you like to do? What don't you like to do? Ask all these questions. Be assertive, not passive, not aggressive. Showing aggression in this particular field of ours is going to land us nowhere. Update the golden rule. Do unto others as they would have done unto themselves. I mean, what you dish out comes back to you. Keep this in mind. Determine your mix among career objectives: money, job security, challenging job, recognition, etc. etc. Working effectively as a team, working through and with people, thinking we and not I. As you mentioned earlier also, I, me, myself will land you nowhere. Thinking we, team spirit, team building spirit, working effectively as a team, contributing effectively as a team, think we. Getting the team to work together by giving the team the big picture, dividing work fairly, giving the team the big picture, not any hoax call or any false sort of a picture. Discuss with them the real picture. Discuss with them what, as a true leader would do. This is what is desired, and this is what is expected of you. Assigning responsibilities to achieve accountability and giving the due recognition. Now, interpersonal communications, how to write better. Use clear, simple, direct language. This in your particular organization, in your particular domain, in your particular industry, is of utmost importance. In particularly for my domain, that is the healthcare, it is a must to do. Right from the doctors to the non-clinicians also as well. Minimize use of acronyms. Now, acronyms is good only if the other person also will relate to the particular acronym. Read more to see good writing and improve your vocabulary. Ask peers to review your writing or communication for that matter also. Mentally pretend you are talking to someone and write that. Now, interpersonal communications, the essentials of public speaking, all of us would have had definitely gone through it. But since I am discussing on leadership qualities and empowerment, so I just wanted to share, like, know your subject, know that you can do it, know your audience well and what their expectations are. Usually speaking, we trainers, we are given a particular situation, in particular, training, and that's how you could prepare for. So practice, practice, and practice. That's what makes perfect. Never just read, but have a contact with your audience, actually. and also keep them abreast which particular topic is for whom, for example. So particularly in this topic of mine, I have dealt with a cross section of domain. I don't have your domains in mind, but I have taken out the generalized parameters, generalized aspects, which will be of use in any domain. Speak slowly, clearly, and loud enough. Be sincere and enthusiastic. I can never forget the enthusiasm that I see in Dr. Aparna. After my talk, I am definitely going to take a dig at her and ask her for some of her comments. Keep to time. Interpersonal communications. Key to listening, as you mentioned earlier, listening is not just hearing the others, but analyzing and trying to be in line with that particular person, whoever we're dealing with. Concentrate on the person's ideas and thoughts, not just facts. Confirm that you've understood. Confirm that you've understood. Because what I may perceive that you have understood may not be right or may not actually mean what you understood. Conflict management, tips for negotiations. Definitely all of us know about all this. Actually, you negotiate every day. You negotiated and found out time to witness my session today. Identify your needs and the others' needs. Conflict styles, avoiding, competing, accommodating, compromising, collaborating. Aim for a win-win situation if possible. That should be the ultimate goal of any conflict management. Keys to problem solving and decision making. Determine the root cause of a problem. I mean, if you go through for example, I am from the healthcare, so I'll share my example. I mean, we have got the NABH, the National Accreditation Board for healthcare accreditation for the National Accreditation Board for accreditation for healthcare providers and hospitals and healthcare providers. We have got to analyze the root cause of each and every incident that has happened in the hospital pertaining to the patient, pertaining to the quality of care that has been given to the particular patient, and pertaining to also the non-clinicians, clinicians, and the staff as a whole. Now, identify options, choices, alternatives. Make a decision, be decisive. This is what is expected out of a good leader. Now, dealing with ethical issues, something that doesn't feel right may surely be unethical. Unethical is definitely a capital no. Speak up, follow your instincts, talk to your peers and mentors and seniors if needed. Read ethics, case studies, and columns in professional society and other magazines to get yourself accustomed and abreast with various ethical issues. Now, as I mentioned earlier also, if you would spend 30 seconds and go through this particular slide, is our attitude the key to success in life and work? Think about it. Look at the percentile that has been scored. I mean, if you attribute numbers to your alphabets, there are 26 alphabets. Now, if you assign numbers to each of these alphabets that contain that are contained in the attitude word, you will team up to 100%. Similar with skills, that will total up to 82%. Knowledge, 96%. Hard work, 98%. So it's basically your attitude. So is our attitude equal, more, or less important than knowledge, skills, abilities, and hard work to be successful in life? Just analyze this particular picture. This is of basically an iceberg, whereas your knowledge and skills will be known to others, definitely. I mean, he'll be accessing your CV, for example, or your bio profile, for example, whereas your attitude is unknown to others. until unless you don't correspond with the person, you don't deal with him over a period of time, your attitude will not be known. So as a leader, very important, have a good attitude. So I come to the end, or rather the beginning. That's for you to decide. So have fun in your career. I have got here two more Google Forms. One is a post test that I'll be, as usual, sharing with you on your chat. Just let me get through. Once this is completed, then I can hand over the session to Dr. Parna and the team. Just a minute, let me get this onto the chat box. So this is your post test, and I'm also sharing a feedback form that I would like to hear from each one of you. So take another 35 to 45 seconds for your post test. Follow it up with the feedback, and in the meantime, we could hear from Dr. Aparna and Mr. Rahul about their views. Yeah, I hand over session to Preeti. You can take over, please.
Thank you, Dr. Russell. It was really nice insights that I have received, especially on, leadership, empowerment in the leadership. And I have learned one word, that is, I think we should also contribute. It's not only one person should, contribute. It should be the team, that everyone should contribute. I think the word contribution is much better rather than participation. What I think, Dr. Russell.
Absolutely.
I am not having like 27 plus years of work experience, but what I have learned, the day I have, started working as a team leader, that I think contribution is the word I think better in rather than participation. What I feel, Dr. Russell.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Russell. It was really nice hearing from you.